Hi, I'm Kina, and I draw dudes, and I'm also sick. Sorry. And because I was sick, I didn't finish the video I was planning for Christmas, and then winter hasn't passed yet, so hopefully I'll get that picture done by winter. But I just wanted to draw, and so here I am today, not finishing that drawing. Instead, I'm going to do like a sketch with me video. Something easy because I'm still hella sick, and hopefully minimal editing. This is going to be real time. I should really start drawing. I don't know what I'm going to be drawing. It's just gonna be anything really. As I said, I'm still sick. I don't know exactly what I want to draw, but I guess that's why it's a sketch with me video. I'm just sketching. I'm actually not really good at drawing chibis, so why did I start with chibis? Yeah, let's draw a happy dude, because I'm not happy. Or am I? Because I'm drawing a happy guy uncautiously, so maybe I am happy. Does it sound like I'm whispering? It's because I can't speak louder than this. My throat will hurt, and I'll just start coughing. I'll cough up a storm if I talk any louder. Ooh, now he's cross-eyed. Oh, I got it. I'll just draw my characters, because that's easy to draw. Let's draw Jinsu. I haven't drawn him in a while. I haven't drawn any of my characters in a while. I haven't drawn in a while, in general. Jinsu has red hair. And then his best friend has like green hair, so Christmas. It's hard to have like a color scheme like green and blue and not green and blue, no. Green and red and not think about Christmas. It's like people associate those colors with that certain thingy. Like red, white, and blue would be patriotic, and purple and green would be a bit alienish, space-ish. So it's kind of hard not seeing that their hairs together make him look like Christmas, especially when the other guy has literal leaves as hair. Excuse me. He's a happy-go-lucky guy who just wants to be a good boy, but everyone thinks he's a bad boy because he accidentally does bad things. And he tries to fix them. But people are assholes, and they usually never change their opinion once they have their opinion until you do something amazing. Then they finally change their opinions. But it's already too late. That's basically his story. We can have a little Jinsu here with his little cute little piercings and his little cross earring. I don't know why he had this. He had this since I first drew him, which was 2000. How old was I when I created him? Like 10? 2009, I think. He had this earrings. I might be wrong. Oh, it might be more recent. 2010, 2011, 2014. I don't know. I definitely had him before 2014. He has like a little archive. He's my first OC I've ever created. Not really. My first OC was a female, but then that quickly changed, and he took over. I am running out of breath. I don't know why I am so unhealthy. Let's give him cute little shoes. This is not clothes he usually wears. He usually wears like one of those paper bag pants, the paper bag waist pant thingies. My goodness. But right now he's wearing shorts. I'll make him into gym shorts, actually. Looks like he has no crotch. Jeez. And what is he looking at? Why, his best friend, of course. Let's draw his best friend next to him. I'm gonna flip the canvas because it's easier for me to draw on the right because I'm right-handed. We'll draw his best friend, his good old tree friend, Daejin. Why does all my characters have Korean names? His hair looks so stupid right now. I made a cute little animation of him with a bee. I don't know where it went. I never finished it. His hair is basically a bowl cut, but replace the hair with leaves. And Daejun is a monk. He has hair, but then he loses his hair in winter because he's a deciduous tree. Yeah, he's a deciduous tree. I never decided on what kind of tree he is, but he bleeds maple syrup. He bleeds sap because he's a tree. And maple is the most common type of sap. So maybe he's a maple tree, but he doesn't have maple leaves on his head. But he's an actual good boy. Like, just is trying to be a good boy, but Daejun is an actual good boy. I sound so sick right now, because I am. But I probably sound like extra tired. So Monk Daejun, what should you wear? There you go. You can wear some typical Shaolin monk type clothing. He's not Shaolin though. I don't think he's a... He's more of the I stay at the temple and chant all day and not fight. He's not much of a fighter, Daejun. He's a bit passive. His head is exceptionally large. It's okay, we can shrink it down with the power of the lasso tool. And then you press Control T. I'm dying. Press Control T, Shift, so that you don't change the dimensions. The ratio, that was what I meant. Or something like that. And there you go. He's got a little bit tinier head, but not exactly as tiny. I think slowly I'm just being drained. My life force is depleting. Was I drawing with this one? Oh, snap. I locked the settings, so when I clicked out, the settings go back to how it was before. And I changed it before I started drawing. And I don't remember what the brush size was. I'm just gonna make it smaller. But that's a That's a little tip for you. If you have a settings you want, you like in Clip Studio Paint, you press this little wrench button and then it'll keep those settings. So when you click out of it, it goes back to those original settings you kept on. So you can change it all you want and then it'll change back once you change brushes. It's handy when you're like creating comics and stuff so you don't have different brush sizes. Is it auto-saving? No, it's just being a little jerk. I don't know if his hair is naturally red. Look at me color out the outside of the lines. Ever since little, I've never colored inside the lines. I always struggled with it. I don't know why. It's just very difficult for me to color inside the lines. I don't have the patience for that. I have the attention span of a goldfish. Which I'm not even sure if that fact is real or not. Wasn't it debunked? He can have a little black shirt, like a little black dress, but it's a little black shirt. Should I talk more about these characters? Why not? I think he's 17. Jinsu is 17. I don't even know my own characters. Wow. He's 17 and he's 5. He's 5'5". Which, he's pretty short. He's a pretty short guy. And Daejun is like 6'2". He could be taller. He's a tree guy. He can have white pants, because why not? And Daejun is part of like a tree tribe where everyone's hair is made out of leaves. A tree tribe. I don't have a name for the tree tribe. The Cha tribe. The Slug Cha tribe. Okay. Here is Jinsu. Jinsu is looking a little bit crazy-eyed. Smiling at his friend. His passive friend. But they meet when Jinsu goes on this little trip. And he finds Daejun. And everyone likes Daejun, so he decided to follow him. To see what makes him so likable. Because all Jinsu wants is acceptance. And then along the journey, they meet some other people. There's like 4 main people in this story that Jinsu has. I have a lot of stories. But for this one was the first ever story. It's not the first ever story, it's just the first story. Because my character, he's like the main one. You know, you always have your main character that you always draw. This is him. He's the main OC. What color should his hair be? He should be bald since it's winter, but I'm gonna give him his green hair. Little Daejun has little grassy hairs, leafy hair. There you go. Give him a little cute little. And we can give him cute little blushies. And we can give you cute little blushies as well. Cute little blushy friends. And orange. Orange, burgundy, and like a slight yellow ochre color. Those are the monk colors. There you go. My friend, you have now been clothed in the colors of Buddha. There you go. You can Amitabha your way to Nirvana. You can have black shoes, I guess. Why not? Why am I whispering? There you go. You can have cute little shine shoes. Did I make his thing too loose? Oh well, I already colored it in. Let's add a glint in his eye so he doesn't look like he's a little bit dead. A little glint in his eyeballs will make him seem a little more alive. There you go. It looks a bit weird. Oh well. Let's add a glint to your eyes as well. Ah, there you go. Little wide-eyed little boys. And I guess we can draw the other two. Let's draw them in a different style. I'll draw them not SD character size. This is I don't know what phase I was in, but the next two characters are twins, named Jin and Jin. Very common twin name. I know people say don't name your twins with similar names because it'll get confusing, but I want it to be confusing, so now it's Jin and Jin. And it's funny because I have a Junsu and I have a Dae-jun, and now there's a Jun, but there's like a little running joke that Jin is very conceited, so he likes to hang around people that has his name in their name. But here's Jin. He's the more responsible twin. He's older. Let's draw him in his like little outfit. He's got little ears in his outfit. I'm having a hard time drawing it because I kind of don't remember how it looks. Jin and Jun are wolves that turn into humans. They're werewolves. I guess they're werewolves, but they don't need like the full moon to turn or anything. They can shapeshift. And they were a litter of only 2. No, they weren't. They were a litter of, I think, 4. But then Jin escaped. The others were sold. Jin was sold to what's his name? Jin was sold to a guy named Zitona. He's a fashion designer. And Jin grew up to be his bodyguard. Jin became some kind of street person because he escaped and he didn't have exactly the same type of experience as what Jin got. So he's like a street guy and he has his own little gang called the Dusty Dogs. I don't know. I don't know what this story goes on about. But yeah. Jin meets a group of other dogs and he became like a gang leader. He grew up on the streets, so he knows what's up. And he creates a team called the Dusty Dogs, and they wreak havoc on the street of, I don't know what the street's called. I have a hard time with names, as you can probably tell. He's got cute little furry hair. I could open a reference of Jin, so you can probably see how he actually looks. This little fuzzy part is just a hairpiece. Let's see if I can get a reference of Jin open. Not Jin. Jin. Desktop. Okay, let's actually go to see. That's me breaking down. Oh, look, here's the little animation I made. The little very short animation. Let me sidetrack and press play. Oh, would you look at that? It's him and a little bee. That's adorable. Okay, that's enough of that. No, it's not that one. Oh, here's this one, but it's not the one I was looking for. It's not the one I was looking for, but here's Jin. He doesn't have his little headpiece. He's a bit more modern in this one. Here's Mr. Jin, and we can draw him. Digital sketching is not as cool looking as traditional. Okay, let's color in my boy Jin. Guess since these colors are here, we can just pick those colors. Yeah, he's a very pale boy. He's a little white floofball. I probably shouldn't have wasted time trying to find a reference picture as if I was going to follow it, because it's not even the same outfit he's wearing. little magical wolf boy. Excuse me, this is a very dumbed down version of his design. Let's get some minimal shading. Very minimal shading. And there you go. There's Jin. Now that we have Jin, we can do Jin. Let's change it up a bit. I notice I always draw my characters facing the left. Let's change it then. Let's have him face this way. He's rather smaller than the others. Black hair. Yeah. They are very typical twins, where they're like the opposite of each other. I wasn't very creative back then. And since these are one of my very first characters, I never changed them. It's been nostalgic, so I didn't want to change them. You all have those type of characters where you don't change because you've held on to those memories for too long. Well, it looked very janky in the beginning. I don't know why I decided to do this. As if I got magic powers or something. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. It's already been 40 minutes. Hopefully I can trim it down, but I really don't want to do too much editing. I'm not good at it, and I'm still very, very sick. Let's just get it lower. They don't look much like twins. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get like a stand and perhaps a table and I can do traditional drawing. Traditional drawing, I feel like, is much faster to finish than digital because there are limitations. You can't just infinitely press undo and erase. You kind of just go with what you have. But digital, there's a lot of I can fix this. So you become a bit of a perfectionist. But I usually stop once I get a little bit too tired and lazy of doing the same thing over and over. So my thing is a bit messy compared to other people's work. I still do a lot of things manually, despite it being digital. Like, I usually don't use the bucket tool unless I really am too lazy to color the entire thing in. And like, I don't bother remembering a lot of shortcuts. I usually just go through the edit area and then eventually I'll catch on to the shortcuts and I'll use them. Most of the shortcuts I use are just for transformation though. And that's about it. I don't do much fancy work in digital. But recently I've been trying to use more correction layers to make my art look a bit more polished. But I like the messy look. It's just that sometimes my messy doesn't look appealing like other people's messy. Like theirs are pretty much, it looks like it's intentional. Mine is just, you made a mistake, and I'm like, well, yeah, I did make that mistake, but I was too lazy to fix it, so suck on that. It's not a good mentality. If people give you good criticism, constructive criticism, you should probably try to follow it. I mean, you don't have to, but your art's never going to improve if you don't accept criticism. If you think you're perfect, you're probably not, unless you're made of God. You're made of God knows what. If you're perfect, good for you. Because I'm definitely not perfect. What am I rambling about? I don't know. It's good to have high self-esteem, but when your self-esteem is too high, it's not good. It's a bit annoying. Did I make him too dark? I think I did. Jin isn't exactly a tan bronze guy. The only guy who's actually pretty tan and bronze is Daejin. Because the city they live in doesn't have a lot of sun. It's pretty dark where they live at. There's a lot of, what is it called? Cast outside? I don't know what it's called. But the weather's always gloomy at the city they live in. So they wouldn't be that dark. There's no sun to tan him. Excuse me. He's not a naturally dark guy. I mean, I based her skin color off of the skin color of dogs. And my dog with white fur has pale skin. And my dog with black fur has pale skin, so unless he's a polar bear, his skin's not going to be that dark. The lights on his face does not make sense. But there's Daejin. Let's give him his clothes at least. Or make him naked. You're a naked boy, a naked boy, a naked boy, a naked boy. I don't know where your chest goes, but I'll put it right here. This is not following anatomy. I was not good at anatomy. So if this is not accurate, I'm sorry. I'm still working on it. In something like that. I think that's very muscly. Let's just color this in straight because I'm running out of time. I'm getting really sleepy, so I think this will be the last of it. It's a very not interesting sketch with me. There you go. I drew my first 4 OCs. Jinsu, Daejin, Jin, and Jin. Tiny boy Jin with his face darker than his body. He got the wrong foundation. Okay, well that's it. I'm Kina, I draw dudes. Goodbye. I'm gonna go sleep now.